Good morning, students. Today's topic is control statements. Yeah, what is control statements? We all know the program. What is program? Program is a sequence of instruction. Each instruction is executed only once in the order it appears. There are three types of control statements we are using in C language. First is branching statement. Second is looping statement. Third is selection statement. So branching statements, under branching statements we are going to see if else, nested if else statement. We are going to check for a condition and execute a sequence of instruction, that is the branching statements. Then looping statement. We are going to repeatedly execute a particular set of statements until the condition is going to met. That is my looping statements. Under this, while loop, do while loop, for loop statements are coming. Next, we are going to see selection statement. From a sequence of sets of instruction, I am going to choose particular set of instruction and I am going to execute. We are going to select a particular set of statements and we are going to execute that set of statement is called as my selection statements. So this is what I have already described. Branching statement, if else if, nested if else if, selection statement, switch statement, looping statement, while, do while and for loop, and then jumping statement, go to, break and continue. These are all the major types of control statements. Yeah, this is my if else statement, if statement. So what is if statement? It comes under branching statement. I am going to execute a condition and I am going to check for a particular condition. If the condition is true, I am going to execute set of statements. Okay, otherwise it's going to exit the loop and I am going to execute whether the condition is true or false, doesn't matter. It's going to execute statement X. If the condition is true, the statement block will be executed. Otherwise, statement block will be skipped and the execution will jump to statement X. Next, example program. Here we are going to analyze. We are going to use the if else statement to find the negative number. So first we are going to declare the getter files. Getter file includes std.ibot.h and afterwards void main, the program execution starting from void main. I am going to declare int numbers and I ask the user to type a number. I am going to read the number from the standard input and I am going to check, listen here, if number is less than 0. What if the number is less than 0, what will happen? That is my negative number. So I need to print if the number is negative. So this is the program is used to illustrate if statement. So next my if else statement. If the condition is true, it's going to execute statement 1. If the condition is false, then statement 2 will be executed. This is my if else statement. Here is a program. We are going to illustrate the example. I am going to include getter files. Afterwards, void main statement, the program execution starting from void main. And I am going to declare number as the integer. And I ask the user to enter a number. After that, I am getting the number. If the number is less than 0, it's going to print the number is negative. Else, it's going to print the number is positive. So clear? So we are going to print if the condition is true. If the number is less than 0, then the values are negative, minus values. So we are going to print the negative. If it is more than 0, then we get a positive value. So we are going to print positive. This is the logic behind this program. Next, we are going to use nested if else statement. Okay, if you want to take a decision when 2 or more condition will be satisfied, then we use nested if else statement. If statement needs self-contain another if statement. So whenever we are using if, we need to use else statement. It must be balanced. Okay, if and else statement need to be balanced. So here the example we are going to find if the condition is true, and also the condition 2 is true, then the statement 1 will be executed. If the condition 1 is true and condition 2 is false, we are going to execute what? Statement 2. Okay, if the condition 1 is true, and also condition 3 is true, then we are going to execute statement 3. If the condition 1 is false and condition 3 is also false, then the statement 4 will be executed. This is the syntax for using nested if else statement. Yeah, here we are going to find the three numbers. Okay, I am going to find the largest among three numbers. So I am going to declare three variables A, B, C and big. Okay, then printf, enter three numbers. Scanf, I am going to get three numbers. Afterwards, I am going to check whether the number is bigger than A is bigger than B. If it's true, we are going to check A is greater than C. If both the conditions are true, then my A is my biggest number. If A is greater than B and A is less than C, then my biggest number is C. And also, A greater than B, that condition gets false, it's going to execute the second set of statements. That is, my B is greater than C, then B is my biggest value. Otherwise, my C is my biggest value. Now we can able to easily find the biggest number. Else if ladder, okay, there is a ladder, that is we are going to make a series, many conditions have to be checked for a single decision. We may use else if ladder. So this is my else if ladder. If condition and statements, else if we are going to check the condition, statement 2, then else if statement 3, then else if, then else. Here you need to listen to the thing. If is if and else. If the statement if is present, we need to have balanced with the else. Okay, if else. Okay, this is the set of statements. So the condition are evaluated from the top of the ladder or to downwards. As soon as the true condition is found, the statement associated with it is executed and the control is transferred to the statement. Okay, skipping the rest of the ladder. Oh, when all the condition becomes false, the final else condition, the default statement will be executed. Okay, when all the condition become false, the default statement will be executed. So here is an example. We are going to print when the student secured marks 70 to 100, then distinction, 60 to 69 first class, 50 to 59 second class, 40 to 49 pass, otherwise fail. So how can I going to use? Again, I am going to ask the user to enter marks and I am going to check if the marks is less than or equal to 100 and then mark is greater than or equal to 70, then print distinction. Else if the marks is greater than or equal to 60 and then condition, if the two conditions need to be get true and marks is less than 70, then it is first class. Else if the mark is greater than 50 and is less than 60, then we need to print second class. If the mark is greater than or equal to 35 and less than or equal to 50, we need to print pass. Otherwise, fail. The default statement is fail. Okay. This is the program clearly illustrate the control statement. So, okay, what is the disadvantages? Why using? So, the number of if-else statement increases, it affects the readability of the program. So, it makes the user unable to follow the program. So, it reduces the readability. And also, it increases the complexity of the program because the things get more complex, unable to read by the end user. So next statement is my switch statement. Okay, so what is switch statement? It comes under selection statement. In the switch statement, the value of a given variable or expression is compared against a list of case values. When the match is found to the block of statement, inside a case statement will be executed, otherwise default. Clear? Near the switch statement, we are going to enter a value. If the value is 1, we are going to execute case 1. If it is true, we are going to execute case 2. If it is 3, we are going to execute case 3. Otherwise, default statement. So here is the syntax. Here you see expression. I am going to expression that may be an integer or character. Okay, if the case value is 1, okay, think it is 1, then it's going to execute 1. Case value 1, the block 1 and break. What is break? Termination of condition. Afterwards, case 2. Set of statement we are going to execute and termination of program. Then case n, till n in the sense we can use any number of cases. Okay, and afterwards default block will be executed. Okay, if the none of the else values matches, then the default block is executed. Okay, this is the example. Okay, I'm going to use number 1, 2 and result and ask the user to enter two numbers. He enter two number and operator. Okay, I'm going to select if the operator is plus I'm going to do addition. If it is minus, I'm going to perform subtraction. If it is multiplication, I'm going to perform star, then it is multiplication. If it is slash, I'm going to perform division. If there is no operator, unknown operator, okay, the result will be 0. So the result contain if the case is 1 addition, if the case is 2 subtraction, if the case is 3 multiplication, if the case is 4 then it will be division. Okay, and also rest of the thing I'm going to explain here, that is my looping statements. Okay, there are three kinds of looping statement: for, while and do while. Here I am using for expression 1, that is my initialization, I equal to 0. Then expression 2, that is my condition, I is less than 10. And then my expression 3, that is my increment or decrement operator. Okay, till the condition is going to execute, I am going to execute the for loop statement. Here is an example. I want to print the number from 1 to 5. That is the objective of my program. So I am going to initialize the value of I equal to 1, I is less than 5. Okay, I'm going to execute till I is less than 5. I'm going to increment the loop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am going to print. Next, while statement. Here while statement, here the expression I am going to check for a condition and I am going to use set of statement. Listen carefully where the initialization is performed, where the condition is going to execute, where the statements will be executed. So we are going to initialize the value I equal to 1. Here the condition, here the incrementation. Okay, can you able to understand the difference? Here in for loop we are going to use in the same line initialization, condition and increment or decrement. Here you see the thing is I equal to 1, that is my initialization. Near while statement there will be a condition, inside the block incrementation. Very simple to learn. Next, do while statement. Okay, here we are going to first execute the statement. Afterwards, I am going to check for a condition. So, how it will happen? Okay, before do loop, there will be a initialization, and inside the loop, there is a increment, decrement, near while condition. So, it's going to execute how it's going to print. So, it is very easy to learn control statements. That's all about control statement, my dear student.